Basically, it's a two-step funnel. Step one, someone gives me their email address. Step two, I thank them. Okay, and there's a sales funnel where somebody gives me the email address, then they give me their credit card to buy something, then there's a thank you page, and that's kind of the sales funnel. Then there's a webinar funnel, which a webinar funnel is what I'm going to be helping you guys with here in an hour or so. Or there's an automated webinar funnel where you can take your recorded webinar and plug it into here. Then there's membership sites, there's launch funnels, a bunch of other things as well, okay? But for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a membership site because this is where I'm going to be storing my content. Okay, when Liz created her trading system, she created what people are paying her $1,000 for is a membership site she created inside of ClickFunnels. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm just going to come here and click on Create Funnel. I'm going to call this Life Hacking Secrets, and then call this Life. This is just a tag, so I can remember what it is. I'm going to call it Success, etc. Click on Create Funnel. So that's going to create a membership site for me. Okay, now in the future, we're going to be adding pages to this later on today, a bunch of other stuff. But right now, if you look at this, there's two pages, right? The first page is the page that somebody creates their account on, and the second page is the actual members area. Okay, and we're in the process right now of adding a whole bunch of new membership sites and stuff like that. So in the future, there'll be a bunch more. But right now, I'm just going to pick one and pick this one right here called List Hacking Style. Click on Use This Template. And you watch this, guys. I'm going to build a membership site with you right now. It's really simple and really easy. So it's creating the whole thing. Boom. Membership site is created. Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys how to edit and how to do everything here in a minute. But first, I need my system outline. Okay, so here's my system outline, right? Module 1, Module 2, Module 3. So the first thing I need to do is I need to set up my modules. So right now, Module number 1 is how to double your learning in a weekend. So I might call that speed learning, learn hacking. So first thing is to add a lesson section. This is for each module, okay? So add lesson section. All right, so I'm gonna call it module number 1, speed learning. I can change it later, but boom. Now I created my first module. I'm gonna add my next module, module number 2. Module number 2, energy hacking. Spelled energy wrong. Now module number 2 is done. Okay, now module number 3 I'm going to build out. And so let's go through here and I build out the modules that you created in your system outline. And you got them there, right? So that's the first thing, is building out the modules. Now I need to add the content to each of these different modules, right? So I'm going to click here on Add New Lesson. Pick my thing, so module number 1, speed learning. And what do I want to name my first lesson? So what I like doing, see if I can find my outline again. Okay, right here. So what I like doing is, typically what I will do when I create a product is I'm going to go through and I'm going to have a lot of sub training, right? So I'm going to do an interview with Howard Berg. I'm going to do an interview with the memory guy. I'm going to do an interview with Jim Muckle. I'm going to have more content for that module. And so what I typically do is after I interview all 3 or 4 of these guys, then I go back and I create like a master class of me kind of taking a brain dump of all the stuff I learned, like a summary or overview or kind of like a system of this module, right? So what I will do is, like, usually my first one's going to be we'll call it speed learning master class. Okay, page template. Let's do video lesson, drip delay. So this is if you want it to unlock after, like, immediately or whatever. So I'm just gonna put it on 0. That means as soon as they buy, they get immediate access. So I'll create that. Boom. Now this is lesson number 1 they'll get after they sign up. Speed learning masterclass. Now what I like doing now is trying to figure out how to make this, like, I want to always add like more value and just make it better and better and better for people, right? So I'm gonna come back through and, like, what else can I create? So double your reading. So I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do an interview with Howard Berg. That'd be really, really cool. So I'm gonna add another lesson inside of module number 1. So I'm gonna add another lesson. Module number 1. I'm gonna call this double your reading, Howard. I also call it double your reading. Oops. Page template. to video lesson, drip delay, I'll give it to him immediately, so I'll put on 0, create lesson, boom, now I got double your reading here. Okay, what's the next thing I want to teach my people, right? Next thing I want to teach them, and pull my system outline back in here. For some reason, Mac's giving me headaches on moving things from monitor to monitor. All right, well, I know what it is. So I'm just going to add my next lesson. So my next lesson here will be module 1, memory, attention, page template, video lesson, and then 0. Boom, I got my third one, okay? You see how I'm doing this? I'm kind of adding in all the different content I wanted to put in module number 1. Okay, then I'll do the same thing with energy hacking, right? So I'll add a new lesson here. It's going to be for module number 2. Okay, earlier we talked about having understanding fats. Actually, first I'd be masterclass, right? So energy hacking masterclass. Video lesson, boom. Okay, I got that. So I got speed learning masterclass, energy hacking masterclass. Now what are my sub trainings? I'm going to put in here module 2, supplementation. Talk about video lessons, boom. Okay, but see, all I'm doing, guys, is I'm creating out my system outline now here inside of ClickFunnels. Okay, now this is going to be a membership site, and what's right now looks pretty simple. I'm just going and creating all of the different everything from my system outline over here in ClickFunnels. Now after it's done, let's say, okay, here's lesson number 1. Now I'm going to add the content for that. So I come over here and I click on Open in Editor, and it's going to pop open. It's going to pop open the content. So when somebody clicks on that training inside of my members area, this is what they're going to see. In fact, hold on, it's not working very well for me because it does sometimes when I have the screen blown up. So let me get back to 100%. It should work. Okay, so I click right here on Open Editor. All right, there it is. So this is what when they click on that inside the members area, this is what they're going to see. Okay, so the first thing is this right here. So I'm going to change this now to Speed Learning Master Class. By the way, guys, before ClickFunnels, we all had to do this. We had to have techie programmer guys do this. Now, like anyone can do this. I can do it, which is really cool. So, system overview of how to learn fast. Right? There's that. Now I got to put my video in here. Now, I haven't created my video yet, but if I had created my video, all I would do is I would go and I would upload it to YouTube. Okay, when you upload to YouTube, you guys, one thing that's kind of cool, I wonder if I can show you real quick. So after you create your video in Camtasia or ScreenFlow, you just drag it and boom, drop it right here. In fact, I'll grab a random video. Let me see. Here's a random video. So I'm going to drag a video off my desktop. I drop it here and it's going to start uploading it. And then what I can do right here, I click on making it unlisted. If it's unlisted, it means people cannot find it. Okay, if they can't find it, then I can use it inside of a members area. Okay, and I can change my title and description and stuff. And when it's done, this is the page my video is going to be on. Okay, it gives me the page, even though it's still uploading it. Now I'm going to come down here and I click on. Oh, it's not going to let me share it until it's live, so I'm not going to share it yet. So let me go back here. So I'm going to cancel because I don't want this video to upload. So I'm canceling it. Oh, let's close it. I'm not going to do it live because it'll slow you guys down. But if I was doing that, after it's live, then it's going to be on YouTube, right? And YouTube will give me the video. So let's just say, let's see, let me find a cool one. Let's just say this was my video, right? I don't even know. 4-hour body. We'll just, okay. Let's say this was my masterclass video. So I just go to YouTube, to my hidden page. I click on share, click on embed. And I need to make sure I take off, for some reason mine always messes up. So I just go to embed. I'm going to copy this link. And I come back here into, let's see, where's ClickFunnels at? Come back to ClickFunnels. I click on the little video player right here. And it's going to say video embed. I just delete whatever's there now and I paste this little YouTube code. Boom. And now my YouTube video is right there. Like right here I can say, here is the hand handouts for lesson number 1. If I want, I can add resources in here. I can do all sorts of stuff. If I want, I can add more. I can add in more columns. I can add in also I can add more images, headlines, social. Anyway, I customize this to be whatever I want, right? But there's I create this whole thing, I then save it, and now I can close that. Now the content's done for lesson number 1. Then I go back, I create lesson number 2, make the video, come back here into ClickFunnels, click on Open in Editor, and I'll just edit these little pages here, drop the video in there, boom, and now I got lesson number 2 done. Does that make sense, you guys? And I go through until I've created my entire system. Okay, my flagship product, the thing I'm going to be selling for anywhere from $500 to $1,000 on my webinar. Okay, and that, you guys, is how you create your system. Does that make sense? Okay, now I can do other editing options. I can click right here in my members area. I can open it in editor, and I can do a bunch of other editing. I'm not going to go into that right now because I don't think that's important. I think the important part to understand right now is just creating the system outline, building out here inside of ClickFunnels. After it's built inside ClickFunnels, then taking the content you creating these videos, and then posting them in here, and boom, very, very quickly, within a week, within 2 weeks, you have your entire masterclass, your entire training system done and finished. Okay, and now you got something you can go and you can sell somebody. All right, is that simple enough, you guys? And again, we'll do when you guys after the 48 hours after this class is over and we send you access to the members area, I'll have some specific videos that go into a lot more depth at how all the rest of the technical stuff about setting these things up. I just want to show you really quick and easy how easy it really is. Okay, and so that was kind of the game plan there. All right. Okay, some of you guys said the screen may be frozen, so I apologize for that. I did record this. Again, it's always recording, so if we missed it all, you'll be able to see it on the replay. So I apologize. You never know what's going to happen with technology. You got to love it sometimes, right? Okay, let's see. Where are we at? All right. Create system. Now, a lot of people get stuck, like, what do I put in, like, my video trainings? What should it be? And so I'm going to show you kind of what I do in my videos that I think make it kind of simple and easy. The first thing is I put in the content, like what is it? So, hey guys, I'm gonna teach you guys how I do energy hacking, right? So I kind of talk about that concept as a whole. Then typically what I do, I like sharing a parable, because if I just tell you, like, here's how we do this, it gets really, really boring. If you want people to engage with you and listen to your presentation and be excited, I like sharing stories or parables. Okay, you've noticed during this training in the last 2.5 hours, I've shared tons of parables, tons of case studies, tons of things to make these things seem real with you, right? I share stories like I shared Jacob Hiller's story. I shared Jermaine Griggs. I shared Liz's story. These are all parables to make this concept all seem real for you. Okay, so I talk about what it is. I share a parable to get people excited, make it real and tangible. Then I can go teach the concept. And then I like at the end show an example of here's how it all works. Here's the finished version of what I just did. So when I'm creating the content for each of these pieces, for each of the things going in there, that's kind of what I try to do. Okay, so I'm making an hour-long video teaching whatever that thing might be. Maybe it's my double your reading or my memory retention. That's kind of what the outline I use when I'm creating that content. So what is it? Here's a story or a parable I can share to illustrate this as an example to get you excited. Here's the concept. Here's the steps. Here's how it works. Let me show an example of this happening live. And that'll give you guys a good framework to kind of go and build this out. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. So what I'm going to do, you guys. Yeah, I'm going to do this because we've been on for 2.5 hours. And I'm pretty sure if any of you guys are in the spot I'm at, you probably need a quick stretch, bathroom, rest break, or whatever it might be. So let's do this. I'm going to break for 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes now, we're going to come back in. I've got 2 more things to talk about on the content piece. And then we're going to start transitioning over to the pitch, over to the webinar, okay? So that's when it starts getting, at least for me, that's the most exciting part, because then here's the actual webinar where you're going to be selling someone and doing all of those pieces together. So that's where we're going to be going next. So let's take a quick 10-minute break, and I'll meet you guys back here in 10 minutes to kind of go into the next step, all right?
Hey guys, I'm Robbie here at Russell's office, and while he's out at the bathroom right now, I want to take just a minute and talk with you guys a little bit about Liz. Wasn't that a great story? What she was able to do and what she was able to accomplish. It's amazing. And what I want to talk with you guys about while he's away is the reason Liz was able to be so successful. Is Liz is actually a part of what we call our Ignite program. And Liz had the ability to actually have Russell handhold her and walk her through the process of building and growing her business step by step by step. One of the coolest things about this whole opportunity is with Russell taking those people by the hand is you have the ability to actually reach out and have Russell touch your business on a daily basis. Imagine for just a minute, you're sitting in your office, you're working on your squeeze page, you're not sure where to drive your marketing, you're not sure what to do, and all of a sudden you pick up your smartphone and you have Russell Brunson on a walkie-talkie. One of the things that we do is we have Voxer, it's a smartphone app that turns your smartphone into a walkie-talkie. Russell can sit down, walk you through the entire process of building and growing your business step by step by step. And one of the reasons that Liz saw the success that she did was because she was able to have that help and have that guidance directly from Russell. We're actually going to watch a video. This is Drew, and Drew has got a great business of helping people transform their lives and transform their bodies, but financially it was struggling a little bit. Russell flew out and spent a day with Drew and literally overnight was able to transform his business. Drew changes people's bodies. Russell changes people's businesses and helps them to build and grow their business. And imagine what would happen if you had the ability to actually work directly with Russell Brunson one-on-one. In fact, there's an application. Go to ignite.dotcomsecrets.com and you can have the ability to actually have Russell handhold you, walk you through the process for 12 months. Walking you through the process of building your business. One of the other coolest things about this is that we'll actually have you come out to Boise, spend a week with us, learn directly from you, get to know you and the rest of our team. And hey, maybe if you're lucky, we can go and hang out and go do something fun that night as well. We're gonna have a blast, but why don't we take a minute and watch and see what Russell's done for Drew and for his team, and then we'll go from there.
I never know when death is coming. I mean, I could take one breath in and all of a sudden I'm out. So I try to live each day impacting as many people as possible and really making a difference. And would I be content with where I am? Absolutely. I would feel amazing about the thousands of people that have been touched by our message. Would I be a little disappointed in the fact that maybe we didn't reach as many people? 100%. Because that's what it's about. And I don't think it's my time yet because there's so many people that need help. There's so many emails that we're getting every single day and videos coming in and high-end transformation students reaching out to us that know that it's more than just their physical transformation. They know that it's a complete mind shift makeover. And that's really what's exciting, because when you can change your mind, that's when transformation lasts forever. Nobody goes back to the way that they once were if they can have that shift. And I don't think enough people have experienced it. And I know more people should. I've spent close to $500,000 this past year on hiring teams, on people that are so-called experts helping you with ads, with conversion, with traffic, with all these other things. And in my experience, it hasn't added up to what we've spent. We've lost a lot of money. So it's nice to see somebody who actually is demonstrating that has success in their own business and is helping so much people on what Russell is. And I'm excited to implement everything that he has told us to do today. With so many failures as a marketer and as a company, you want to fail. You want to fail all the time, and I look at failure as a good thing. But there comes a point when personally, as a man, your confidence starts to go out the window a little bit. You start to question, am I doing the right thing? It's nice to have a coach like Russell to actually give you the confidence